He moves through the desert, not as a man who seeks praise, but as a man who knows that true strength is unseen, carved quietly into the soul by patience and by storms survived. The wind greets him softly, as if it recognizes the weight he carries and the power he holds, without ever needing to show it. Each step leaves a mark, not just in the sand, but in the air, in the memory of the dunes, in the heartbeat of the earth itself. A crown is not always gold, he thinks. Sometimes it is silence, sometimes it is endurance, sometimes it is the quiet resolve to rise when the world expects you to fall. The sun watches him, slowly climbing the sky, and he does not flinch from its fire. For he has walked nights colder than steel, storms louder than thunder, and shadows darker than grief itself. He is a king who does not demand loyalty, who does not command fear. His empire is in his steps, his throne in his silence, his power in the calm that no storm can touch. Even when hearts betray, even when allies vanish, he walks on. For the desert has taught him that loyalty is earned in silence, that courage is proven alone, that a true heart cannot be shaken by absence or loss. And yet he carries tenderness, not weakness, but the quiet fire of someone who knows the value of care, who can lift others without losing himself, who can protect without striking. In the night under stars that shimmer like scattered diamonds, he feels the vastness, not as loneliness, but as freedom. Every star a witness to the life he builds quietly, every shadow a reminder that strength is not loud, but eternal. He does not speak of his battles. He does not announce his victories. The world sees only a calm face, but inside there is a storm, turned into light, pain transformed into wisdom, solitude forged into dignity. A king walks in silence, and in that silence he conquers more than armies ever could. He conquers himself, he conquers fear, he conquers destiny. And when he finally stops, it is not for applause. It is because he has reached the place he always sought, a horizon that bends not for anyone else, a world that waits for the man who rises quietly, alone and unshakable. He is not just a man. He is the desert. He is the wind. He is the quiet power that moves mountains without noise. The night falls, but he does not fear darkness. He knows that true vision does not come from light alone, but from the quiet depths where the soul learns to see what others overlook. The dunes stretch endlessly, and each grain of sand whispers the stories of endurance, of kings and warriors who walked alone and left no traces, except in the hearts they shaped. He moves without haste, for the path of power is not measured by speed, but by the strength to keep walking when the horizon seems impossible. Every shadow he passes becomes a lesson, every gust of wind a mirror of his will. The desert tests him, as if to say, only those who endure the silence can carry the crown without bending beneath it. He has seen betrayal, felt the sting of absence, witnessed the fragile loyalty of hearts that tremble in fear. Yet he remains unmoved, not because he is cold, but because he has learned that true kingship begins within the soul. Even the stars above seem to bow quietly to the calm fire burning in him. It is a fire that neither shouts nor consumes, but illuminates everything it touches. With unwavering certainty, he does not seek followers, for a true king walks alone, and those who belong will come to him naturally. His empire is invisible, built of courage, patience, and the quiet mastery of self. Every step forward is a decree, every silence a proclamation, every glance a reminder that greatness is not proven in the eyes of others, but in the stillness where the heart meets its own truth. The desert listens, the wind bows, the dunes shift, and he continues, king without audience, throne without gilding, power without display. For the heart that walks in silence carries a strength that no battle can break, no absence can diminish, and no shadow can hide. He is not just a man, he is the horizon, the wind, the eternal calm that bends the world, without force, without noise, without apology. He walks where the desert meets the sky, where sand and wind conspire to teach lessons only silence can reveal. Each step is deliberate, each breath measured, each glance a quiet assertion that strength is not loud, but unshakable. The dunes bend beneath the wind, and he watches, understanding that power is not in force, but in patience, in the ability to endure without complaint, to rise without demand, to rule without a throne. The night spreads its velvet across the world, and he feels no fear, for he has known shadows deeper than darkness. He has known absence sharper than swords, and yet he stands, a monument of quiet courage, a king unclaimed by the eyes of men, yet sovereign of his own soul. His heart is tempered like steel, but carries fire like the Sioux.